speaks like colloquial language that a lot of like people.
Okay.
It's the quarters. It's the quarters. That's how I was thinking like that. So that's what I'm saying. So Tomo. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We appreciate you. Let me introduce our new guest. Before we had Weldon, thank you, shout out Weldon. Thank you so much for coming in. We have a new person here today. He goes by Femi. He also goes by Ayodeji. Yeah. And I just want to speak a little bit about how I know him, right? Yeah. And what is so interesting is that we knew each other before we knew each other. Yeah, let me explain. So our parents knew each other in Nigeria, and I don't even think I was born yet. I was still like a little tyke. But his mom was really close with my parents, so anytime they would hang out, the kids would be around. Like you probably knew my older sister Ayo, Ike, and all that. And he has an older brother as well. Yeah. Right? So our families were close like that in Nigeria. Fast forward to when we moved to America, then we connected again. Exactly. Yeah, full circle. Exactly. Full circle. Exactly. So and then
we used to have an egg hand when you
Nah, he didn't know all that. He didn't know that.
I don't think I remember that far back.
Exactly. We up now. But since then, then he recently started coming to our church about like 3 or 4 years ago.
3 years ago, yeah.
Yep. So then from there we got a little bit closer, and then we started talking about our interest in tech, different things like that. Attended his wedding.
Got 2 tech bros right here.
I'm telling you. So without further ado, yes, on the wedding, of course.
For sure.
Yes. Yeah. So without further ado, we have entrepreneur, a man of God, a husband, a brother, a fellow brother.
I want to be able to wear my hat, okay?
A man of many talents. Oh, also an artist.
Oh yeah,
a man of many talents. Without further ado, Femi.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Femi Factor.
Thank you for having me.
Say your last name. I don't want to butcher. Oduwale?
Oluwaleye.
Oluwaleye.
Yeah, exactly.
Oluwaleye.
It used to be.
Okay. Oh gosh. Don't even try.
No, he means like layers because it's getting cold out.
Yeah, exactly. He means layers. But by the way, we're all Nigerian here. This is an all Nigerian pod. Yeah, Weldon was from Kenya.
Oh, nice.
Yep, all Niger bros here. No. Now, as we go into it, right, I just want to come off the top. Tell me about how you got into tech. How did you break into it? What was your journey like?
Into tech? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. So I knew I was always going to be in tech, right since I was small. Whenever there was computers at home, I was the one messing around with it. I was the one breaking it, getting whooped, and then needing to fix it.
Right.
That was the cycle. That happened with phones, happens with TVs, happened with computers as well. So I knew I was always going to be into computers. And then I believe I got my first role in tech as an IT person, like IT support.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, but then that time I was working full time, 40 hours a week.
Wow.
And then I was taking classes. Not like English 101, advanced algorithms and database management.
That I realized that I was not getting the
Exactly.
How old were you at this point? You were
I was maybe 26, 7-ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were going for your bachelor's at that time?
No, that time I had my associates.
You had your associates?
But because I was working full time and I was paying for college out of pocket. Oh. So it was like, I'm like, I got to take it gently.
Yeah, you do.
I got to take it. And to this day, I don't have student loans. So I'm grateful.
Come on. Come on.
I'll tell you. So
we love that.
Yeah, so I was working at this company. I was there doing IT support, and then I think I went to a different company and did something relating to security, and then I came back to that first company as a software developer.
Oh, okay.
Man. It was such a full circle kind of moment, right? Because before I was the one, whenever there's a new person coming in, I'm the one writing their name, setting up their workstations. Yeah. But this time when I came in, my old friends were the ones that were setting up for me.
Wow.
So I was, when they're coming and setting up, I'm like, hey, you want me to help you out with the Ethernet or something?
Yeah, because you already knew the security.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly, that type of stuff. So
that's nice.
That's how I first got into it. I think I switched jobs after the first 3 months.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that one is his own story. I don't know how much I can do.
Explain a little bit because.
Was it for the sake of job hopping for a better pay, or was it because something was going on that you had to jump ship?
As a wise philosopher once said, money, 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 money.
Wow, yeah.
No.
With a lot of IT,
Right.
I don't know about today, but back then, the best way to get more pay, jump ship. Jump ship.
It's still the best.
It's still the best way. It's just that if you jump, you might drown. if you jump today, in today's economy, if you jump, you might drown.
Exactly. You said it perfectly.
Yep.
You said it perfectly, because when I first got that role, right, I didn't think, because like I was saying, I ended up taking like a boot camp because this was around the pandemic, right?
Okay, 2020.
Exactly.
Yes.
So I even wanted to stop working completely and just hop into something full time. I was doing the math. I'm like, wait, if I keep taking classes at this pace, it's going to take me like 4 years to go from associates to bachelors. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, it should be a 2-year program.
Exactly. Because I was, like I said, taking classes and paying for all this stuff.
Yeah.
So what is it called? I went into a boot camp, and when I got that first job, it's like the whole world just kept telling me, you're not worth that much money. They're not supposed to pay you that much. You know what I'm saying? I met with this one career lady, and she's like, well, if that's what they're paying you, maybe that's just what you're worth. I said, if I swear for you, this is my sister.
And this was you trying to transition from where you were working currently as your software to a new one.
To a new, exactly. Even the job that I left, the data protection thing, it's like I was working there for a contractor for like, I was supposed to be a 6-month contractor.
Yes.
Every month after 6 months, they'll be like, oh, you're doing well, but not yet.
Yeah.
And they just kept extending it for like this whole time.
Was the extension after 6 months another 6 months, or was it like month to month?
It was like monthly.
Wait, you were only there for 3 months, right?
No, I mean the job before that software one. Yeah, so I ended up speaking with the manager like, hey, I think, because there was a role open, I'm like, oh, I would like to go for this. They were like, sure. But then the salary was exactly the same as when I was a contractor. And I'm like, hey, I've been here for a full year.
They should have upped it.
I've been here for a full year, can I? And then he gave me that same speech this lady gave me. He's like, hey, it is what it is. This is what we have. If it's not good enough, you can jump ship.
They always have more.
Yeah.
That's one thing. They're
not going to tell you that, though.
Exactly.
They're not going to tell you that.
So that's the reason why I was like, okay, I'll go to the software development thing. And then from there, like I said, everybody just kept saying, you're not going to get more, you're not going to get more. And then there was this job at this place, a popular art place here, a software role. I randomly just connected with the lady. She met with me. The next day I met with her supervisor. The next day I met with the board.
Wow.
And everybody was feeling me in the interview.
Wow. This is in person?
It was virtual at that
virtual,
time. It was
okay.
around the pandemic.
Okay, gotcha.
But the salary that they were offering was like
double?
Whoa! To the roof. And that was the first time my eyes were open, because I was like, I didn't think I could have commanded that much in the market.
Yeah. What kind of role was that? Was that just a software engineer?
It was a software, entry-level software developer.
Okay, wow.
Role. Right. But what I was getting in that first place, maybe I'll tell you the numbers after.
Yeah. Wow.
So I was so ready for this job. I was so happy. Like, I'm telling you, during the interview, the board of directors would be like, oh, that's a great answer.
Wow.
I'm like,
good.
I'm in it. I went to that job, the 3-month one. I went there feeling myself. They'll give me a ticket. I'm like, you think I'm going to work on this?
Yeah.
I'm going to be out by next week.
Exactly.
First week, I called those people. I'm like, hey, what's up? They're like, yeah, we'll let you know. 2 weeks, I call them. They're like, we'll let you know. You know where the story is going, right?
Yeah. We all been there.
So, 3rd week, they're like, hey, we're restructuring, man. This role doesn't exist anymore. I'm like, fuck, you know that?
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I heard.
Literally.
It didn't exist then, but that's what I heard in my head.
Exactly.
And then the toughest part was that I gave up on my tickets, man. The tickets I had at the job I was working at, I completely tuned out. And then I'm like, I gotta come back to this. You know what I'm saying? So it broke me 100%. That whole week, I didn't fill out no job applications.
Dang.
I bought myself, Food from Noodles. That was my favorite place at the time.
Noodles Company?
I took the weekend off of just like applying. I said, I'm not doing this now. Because I was doing like 60 apps a week, man.
Oh, wow.
That job search process is not for the weak.
Wow.
It's not for the weak.
Wow.
So I took that week.
While this whole time, you're like, okay, are you still on contract as a software engineer?
No, I was at the 3-month place.
Oh, okay, I
was at 3-month place.
Gotcha.
So I was like, all right, I'm gonna chill. And then the following week, I continued, and then there was this other job that came through. The salary wasn't exactly the same as that one, but it was pretty close.
Oh, nice.
It was pretty close, and I ended up getting it. I'm telling you.
Wow.
And I was just shocked. Like I didn't.
Was
even
that
know.
contract or full time?
Full time.
Whoa.
FTE, man. FTE.
Yes, sir.
So.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how I got into it.
So after you did that, you went from basically, okay, you were doing like IT, basically like, oh, IT help, how can I help you, type of thing, right?
Yeah.
And then you went from, okay, now you were doing a little bit more software engineer. Now you did boot camp before you did that software engineer job? Or you got software engineer, then you did the boot camp?
Okay, so my whole life has been basically taking like certs. That's what, that grinding certs is what helped me get through.
Yeah.
So that first IT job, I did a CompTIA A+.
Okay.
And then I did Network Plus and Security Plus.
Okay.
So I did the IT job for like 1.5 years. Then I did the data protection for like 1.5 years as well.
Okay.
And then after that, I did the boot camp one, and then I got into that software development role.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. Something
Wow.
So, question. This is personal. If they got nothing, this is from me.
Right.
So, I love my job. I love my job. My job is amazing.
Where you work at? What you do?
What I do? Data analytics.
Oh, okay.
Data analytics.
Right.
How did you know when it was time to leave?
To hang it up.
To jump?
So I think you got to have the focus of what am I coming in here for to begin with.
Yeah.
Right. So for me, when I was trying to get that first role, I was trying to get a certain amount of salary because for the boot camp, I paid out of pocket.
Yeah.
Oh,
I paid like my own heart and cash.
Wow.
No grants.
They're
no
not
nothing.
cheap.
You see what I'm saying? So I did the math. Like, I don't know if I can use some numbers, man. Okay, let's just say I was making like 4 before, right? The boot camp cost like 1.2.
Okay.
Wow.
So. And I was making 4, like annually.
Yeah.
And the boot camp cost like 1.2.
Whoa.
So the first job I was gonna get was gonna offer me like 4 as well.
Oh, okay.
And I'm looking like, wait, why would I pay 1.2
after you already invested that
to come? What is it called? Do another job. Another job came and they offered me 5. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense. And then the first one with that old company that offered me like, let's say 5.5. Then I'm like, okay, because I know these people, right? I have familiarity just to get your foot in the door and to get the experience.
Yeah.
So I was like, I was going to tap in. So,
Wow.
yeah. So in terms of when it's time to go, like I said, that first run, I came in saying I'm trying to get a certain amount.
salary.
And that was what kept me pushing through the whole thing. And then I got that, I said I had one that fell through. That one was offering me 9.
Oh, wow.
You see what I'm saying? I was making 4 before.
Wow.
This one were offering me 9. The one I was working at the time was 5.5.
Oh, wow.
So this one was offering me 9. So the one I ended up getting were offering me 8.7.
So you still landed in the stars.
Yeah,
that
so
is.
when I got that, I was like, okay, I can chill. I can relax. I can make a home here.
Were you still working at that 5.5 when you got that? Not 8.2.
Yeah, what was the transition like?
Yeah, yes, that's what I'm saying. I was at the 5.5 for 3 months.
Oh, and then
Literally
you
just 3 months, and I was.
So there was no gap in paycheck, like it was next.
Nope, I never
Yes.
stopped applying.
When I tell you,
that one.
bro, I'm telling you, the best time to apply for a job is when you have a job. That's the best time.
No, it's not even like that's the best time. That's the only time. You
Yes.
don't wanna be without a job.
No, because a lot of people are like, okay, I hate this job, I'm gonna quit. But now, like, okay, when's the next paycheck coming in? And you don't know how long it's gonna be from that paycheck to the next one.
No.
You gotta secure the next one. You gotta know when that next check is coming before you even try to jump ship.
Exactly.
Or you're gonna be in a shitty position and literally swimming with the fishes.
Exactly.
No, so then going from there, right? So from that IT journey, then you were talking about how you were starting to now build your own personal products, your own branding. So now talk about, okay, yes, we have a 9 to 5, 401k secured, all that stuff.
Right.
Now talk to me about projects that you started, completed, and projects that you're currently working on.
No, that's a good one. We asked the question earlier, and we was like, what is it called? What's the best way to increase, right? And then it's like by jumping ship.
Yeah.
Like we said, these days that method doesn't work that well.
Not as well.
But the method to work is building your own personal brand. You have to become your own entity. You have to become your own person. It was like, you know. So I think it was earlier this year. I've always wanted to, but I think I just didn't have the full skills and the full time to be able to go into that stuff because, you know, work, there's family, there's church, there's music, there's so many things. So this year, though, I think I started in like May, January, February, March. Which one comes first, March or May? March. So it should be May. Yeah, something like that. And I started just like working on a lot of stuff. What I was doing before was that I had some developers in Nigeria, like I hired, and I would, you know, flesh out the project and have them work on it. Okay. But I'm telling you, you just got to find ways to delegate. Yeah. But at some point in May, I was just like, you know what, I had enough of the tools to then work on stuff myself. Okay. So
that way, a lot of the money was coming back to you. You wasn't have to pay some money off.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah, but if I had the option, I still would because I think that's a pretty good way to like reinvest back into.
So what was the product? What were you making?
So different things, like there's websites, there's web applications. Okay. So right now I have a number of them that I'm working on. One of them is called Diplomat's Bridge. Okay. Right? Yeah. You know, there was this thing about 150,000 government workers were fired or something. Yeah. You know, when I see stuff like that, I was just like, you know, it really touched me. I don't, you know. Yeah, okay. I'm not. I was about to say pause.
Wait. He just got it. This was actually like he was tuned in.
No, he was like, yes, they touched you where? No, that's so funny. But no, so I'm not even that sentimental. I just felt like maybe I can do something about it. So I'm working on this app. It's kind of in progress, but there's a lot of it done. It's basically something that helps government workers. I try to gear it towards them because most government workers, from my understanding, the mindset is I'm in this job for life. Yes. Because they have so much job security, they have benefits.
When I tell you, so many like of my family members that work in government or want to work in government, when it was like that 2020, 2021, 2022, they were hyping, oh, government. When I'm 40, I can retire and I'm going to be getting paid the same until the day I die, all the benefits and stuff like that. But the thing about government work is that you're working for whoever's in government. That's the problem.
Oh, no.
That's the problem.
Like
so it's like,
I didn't even think of it like that.
That's why I low-key love what you're talking about with the entrepreneurship, because because I'm still a baby when it comes to the workforce. I graduated. Let me tell you.
Actual hours versus collective hours. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. But I know.
Graduated 3 masters by now.
Wait. But look. I feel like I've really only been working for like 4 years. For only 4 years. Compared to people who've been working for decades, like I'm a baby. So in this little time that I've been working, there is no security. There's no like, oh, okay, I work for the government now, I can chill. Oh, I work for X, Y, and Z big company, I can chill. My company's a Fortune 500, we'll be fine. Bro, there's no security in like, okay, I'm good for life. It doesn't exist.
My company is Fortune 500. We just let go 1,000 people.
I heard. I heard.
You see what I'm saying? So
when I heard about that, I was like, yo, I was low-key, I was like, dang, why didn't I even text you? I was like, are you good?
No. It was crazy. Everybody was, you know, it was a very solemn few days.
Oh my God.
People came to work and it's like, what did you do this weekend? I just spent time with family.
No.
I just went on a hike. I'm like, damn, thank God for God, because I had a bit of peace on it.
Oh, that's good.
I had significant peace on it.
That's good.
But yeah, so the 150,000 government workers. So my mindset was just then, a lot of those people don't have.
It was 150,000?
Oh yeah, with the Trump.
Oh my Lord.
Bro, all these
I didn't even know it was that much.
I think there's even more coming. On top of then the shutdown.
Shout out those.
Happened.
Shout out those.
Yeah, so 150 people completely X'd out. And then now there's the shutdown, which just kind of remotivated
40
me
days.
to continue. I'm telling you.
Imagine not getting a paycheck for 40 days.
And it's not like they could have
closed by just start burning.
Look, I'm telling you.
It's not like they could have gone out to go get benefits.
Yeah, no.
So that's his own story.
Yeah.
So I figured like those people would need the most help in transitioning careers, right? Other people in tech, other people who are more nimble and ready to jump. If you need a resume in the next 2 weeks, you're like,
yeah,
I got you.
Yeah.
But those people, and especially like the older folks, I figure we can build something like this for them where they can go on, they can get like AI assisted resume generators, cover letter generators. You know, they can just put their experience, because some of the government stuff, it doesn't always translate on paper to like a regular job, right?
It doesn't.
So helping them put it in there, and then it can try to present it in a better way that makes more sense for like the public sector. So that's one that I'm doing. There's
and
one
that's called
Diplomat's Bridge.
Diplomat's Bridge. Okay.
Oh yeah. There's another one that I just did, and I'm super excited. You know, like this whole thing, building apps. It was a process for me. You know, I said I just got into it a lot on my spare time.
Yeah.
Outside of work, outside of family,
Life
outside of church,
be life.
outside of trying to go lift, outside of trying to play 2K. You know,
life be life.
Exactly. So when I started in that May, took me a while to build like the first few ones. I failed a bunch of times. I broke a bunch of stuff. It cost me a lot of money.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But this one that I just made, just because I did it, I've done so many different ones. I like have my own internal framework basically, where I can go from the idea, break it down to the different features, and this one took me literally 18 days.
Oh,
to do
wow.
Front end, back end, APIs.
Wow. And data repository
all
for
of that.
everything.
Took me 18 days.
What do you use for a server?
For server?
Yeah, store it.
To store, I use a PG or like a SQL, just a SQL database, and it's on the Node server.
Okay.
It runs on Node.
So you own your own servers?
Yes.
Okay.
And sometimes you can use something like Heroku. I'm trying to use some of that for hosting as well.
Okay.
Vercel is another good one for hosting. So
I've been using Superbase.
Superbase for DB. Yes, I've used that as well too. So
I need to learn more. I need to get into the realm of hosting my own.
Okay, yeah.
Getting in, everything is just my own. I own it.
Is that like a payment? You have to pay every month or something for that?
If you host it yourself, you probably have to pay something. I don't know exactly where that money is coming from, but I know nothing in life is free.
Yeah.
You know, but something like the Herokus and the Vercels, those ones are good because they help you manage it very well, and it has very good reliability. You can always have a Raspberry Pi and like host it, the entire thing on your own. So there's, you know, that's an option actually. That's a pretty good option.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the other one that I'm super excited about, like I said, it took me like 18 days to finish it, and I'm trying to, you know, like push it out this week, literally this week. It's called Fire. Okay, so you know the whole ICE thing, right?
Yes.
Especially in Chicago right
Government
now.
ICE.
It's like it's super serious. So this app, you probably got to see it to make the most sense out of it. I'll show you. I'll show you guys. So what the app does is that once an interaction starts, right, you click an alert button, and it has a timer. If in like, let's say 3 minutes, this interaction is not done, it would send your location, it would send important documents to like trusted contact. You see what I'm saying?
I like that. I like that. Fighting ice with fire.
Exactly.
Fighting ice with fire.
Exactly. It's
I love that joint.
It's called Fire Ice Protection. That's that's why I named it that. So it's
like, is this a mobile app or
you get it on your phone, because obviously people are going to be driving, people are going to be on the streets.
Apple and Google?
It's a web app, so everybody can get it.
Everybody. Wow.
That's the point.
Wow.
So you put what is called trusted contact in there. You put their phone, you put their email, and then you upload documents. You know what happens with some people is that they get caught up and they're not able to run home and go bring out paperwork, right? You know what I'm saying? And then by then they just get caught up. Some people maybe shouldn't be here, but then they get caught up, and then the family never knows like what actually happened.
What
to this person.
happened?
You don't know if they got lost, if they fell in a ditch or whatever. So this way you press it and it sends, what is it? You upload those documents, the important stuff, and it's like encrypted and it's all that stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
Of course.
Thinking about HIPAA.
Of course.
Exactly. I don't know if HIPAA falls into this.
Or if you heard about the T app. You heard about the T app?
No, which one?
No.
T app this, T app that.
No.
Oh, yeah.
So the T app.
You're talking about fighting fire with ice or fighting ice with fire.
But we can also talk about tea. Ice and
hot
tea.
Or iced tea?
Iced tea. We're not talking about iced tea. No,
funny.
because the T app was to rat people out about other people.
Right.
But they got in trouble because all the sensitive data people were uploading in there got leaked.
And they hacked into it.
They hacked into it.
But the people too are like a little dumb.
For putting your
driver's license, it said optional.
and you would choose to put your driver's.
Who chooses to?
Like, bro,
Who chooses to do that? No, so all of those things, driver's license, social security, and all of those things, you can even choose the level of security you want. Right?
Okay.
You can make it where it's like secure, where it's like a server-side security, or you can say like, hey, every time this thing is going to be open, it needs my password.
Okay.
So, I mean,
gotcha.
even the document itself, not even the app.
Wow.
So it's like an extra layer of security.
So like me,
I
I'd go to Safari, I'd look it up, and I have to download it from the web.
No, if you look it on the computer, you can access the app from the computer and just use it from the computer.
Okay, but how would you use it on your phone if you wanted to? Oh, just the website.
You just go to the URL and you use it.
Gotcha.
And it works. That's the key, is so that it's not like limited by something like Android. None of that. You want it to be always accessible. And it has to load super fast for that reason too. So that, you know. So yeah, you send those contacts. Other people who have the app, they too, if you send an alert, for example, they too will get an alert. But it will be without any of your personal information. Not your name, none of your documentation at all, but that location. So they know in like a 5-mile radius, the boys is lurking. If you don't need to be outside, if you don't need to be outside right now, sit your ass home.
Wow, yeah, exactly.
That kind of thing.
Exactly.
So there's gonna be like even lawyer services.
Oh, so it lets you know if they lurking.
Yeah.
Now,
Which is not.
but now I got a question though.
Yeah.
Because I saw there was somebody who also made an app, but this was for ticketing. So you saw that?
Oh, this guy's on the nose.
I'm telling you.
This is the only thing you want to talk about. T-app,
Bro,
this guy.
he introduced me to Cloud. First thing I asked Cloud, how to make $5 million. That's the first thing I put it. I was just like, how do I get to it? I'm just like absorbing all this information. But long story short, this guy made an app for people who were getting tickets. So anytime the ticketing people were around, what he would do is that he had an API basically funneling from the government website to the government website has a site that it tells you where the transit people are. So he fed that information from the government website to his app so that people knew, okay, a ticketer was coming, a ticketer was close by, right? So where are you feeding that information for? Is that publicly accessible, like ICE locations? I feel like it wouldn't be.
Yeah, it's not. It's not available. But that's one of the reasons why we're doing this, because the more people are using it, I'll give you an example. So it's like it would have the word the person I was speaking with about it was, we're going to use it for receipt, because we want to know how many people are being picked up that were actually U.S. citizens to begin with.
That's big data.
Exactly. The people who actually have proper documentation but got picked up anyways. Those kinds of things is what we're trying to see.
That's just racism.
Yeah.
Because people can talk and say, oh, they're doing this, they're doing that. But when you have proof, so it's, you know, it's something that I feel could be super useful. So now,
a lot of times too, right? Like you heard of Pokemon Go, right?
Yeah.
So the people who did Pokemon Go, I talked about this on the app. The people who did Pokemon Go, they basically was like, oh yeah, it's fun and everything like that. But Pokemon Go, the company, is now launching their own Google Maps. Because now they've been gathering information, because every time you capture a Pokemon, that's information, that's location. So now they're about to make probably the best Google Maps ever, because they have so much information crowdsourced from people every time they were capturing Pokemon. So I say that to say that once you create this repository, this could be useful and valuable data that you're collecting.
Right.
Do you plan on leveraging that at a certain point, or are you just like, okay, this is just going to be for this purpose only?
Right. So I didn't think that far ahead.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have. I should have had you on the board while we were working on the app.
It's not too late. It's not too late. You know.
You know what I'm saying? So no, I didn't think of that yet.
Yeah.
But no, that's a good idea. I'm sure there could be further use. But I think the biggest thing, I mean, literally on my birthday, I took my birthday off. I was like, I'm not doing anything celebration for
When's your
that day.
birthday?
Specifically, July 3rd.
Oh, okay, July 3rd.
Right.
July 1st.
Oh, that's true.
Correct, family member. You know what I mean? So I didn't want to do anything that day specifically. I'm like, what I'm going to do is just spend time, what is it called? Tuning out and locking in, you know, trying to spend time with God and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And that was one of the first things he told me was to work on that app.
Wow.
And I was just like, okay, sure. Not now though, right? And I just kept living life.
Exactly.
And then
but it was in your...
Exactly. Then I think last month, maybe like on the 16th or something like that, I saw just a video of one guy in Chicago and the ICE people came upon him. And literally, it was a fight. It was two of them, and they were fighting. And this guy it was huge. Okay, no offense to him, but he had never been in a gym. Like,
wow,
no offense.
Because it was two guys versus him.
Two guys versus him, and I was like, this guy's about to pass out.
Wow.
But he stood his ground and he fought. And so many people, and this is what even really inspired me, is that so many people came out. They were honking their cars like, let him go, leave him alone. People with their camera phones like, you know, get off of him. And that guy fought so much, and there were so many people around it that the two ICE agents, like face masks and all, balaclavas and all that stuff. For what?
For what? You're in San Francisco, brother.
He's what I'm saying.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So they did. They resisted so much that they left him. They got in their car, like a random Chevy.
They didn't get him.
They didn't get him.
Chevys, bro. I hate, bro.
They got off of him. They got in the car and they drove off. And the guy was just like, you know, shirt ripped, all that stuff.
Oh wow.
And that was just that idea of like, it looks tough, right? But just that bit of resistance, any bit of fight you can put up, any bit of resistance you can put up, it goes a long way. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, he's cooking. He's cooking.
These people are paying these ICE agents 50 bands.
Bro, sign on bonus.
Sign on bonus?
Yes.
Sign on bonus.
Sign on
50
bonus.
bands.
Because now they're trying to get a lot more of them. They're trying to get a lot more of them.
But I like, ooh.
Man, went to go get a shiesty.
That would be against. That would go against
Your
everything
moral.
I believe in.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, yeah.
But you know, sometimes they, you know, it was in a movie I learned this, and they say whenever they say there's a bad guy somewhere, just follow the money.
It's always the money.
So I'm not going to go into politics.
Yeah,
or
yeah, of
anything.
course, of course.
Well,
But-
this is the Politics Podcast.
We try not to make it.
Yeah.
But if you're telling me there's that much funds available, there's being routed in a specific direction, so much so that you can give people 50 bands for signing up, you know, just do the math yourself, man.
There's money
Get
to
a
be
calculator,
made. Yeah,
and, you know,
money to be made. Follow the
That's
money.
all.
That's what they say. Follow
there's
the
money. When it looks like there's chaos in the world and it looks like, oh, everything is going crazy, just follow the money trail. There's something happening somewhere. There's somebody benefited from it. And I mean, honestly, you should too. You, whenever there's anything chaos or chaotic,
Yes.
just think.
As just like
What can I
just
do?
being an informed citizen, you should.
You should.
You should,
And I
exactly.
think not a lot of news outlets, not a lot of social media, which is not some TMZ and all these other. That's not their job. That's not what they're.
All right.
Yeah.
But it's just like, and I do like the new news outlets that are coming out now, where it's independent.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Those are really, really good.
Yeah.
I don't know who's that one guy on TikTok that just gives no opinion.
Oh yeah, yeah. He just I know.
Breaking news.
Yeah, breaking news every 5 seconds.
This
there's
what
breaking
happened.
News.
Yes.
Orientate your body a little bit like this. Yeah, that's good.
That's all it needs, bruh.
So I think no, for sure. A lot of the major news corporations, they're owned by somebody.
Yes.
Doesn't Disney own ABC, ESPN?
Yes. Disney's a conglomerate. They're owning everything.
You see what I'm saying?
They're sweeping it up.
It's like there's alignments that. Anyways, man, I'm not doing conspiracies.
No. Now,
That's just true.
now, as you talk about like the diplomats bridge, the fire.
Yeah.
So now let's talk about what we really dove in with our last guest, Weldon, right? So everybody's AI. Everybody's even on they're people who have brokerages, they're waiting for OpenAI to go public.
Bro,
Like
I'm trying
OpenAI.
to figure out how to get to. I'm trying to figure out how to buy it before it gets out.
I'm telling you, because once OpenAI goes public, it's changing the stock market.
You know how much they're trying to be
A trillion.
One? I thought it was 7.
Whoa,
Maybe
17.
Well,
That's crazy.
I think
that would make them the biggest, largest company.
I'm telling you, when they go public, it's gonna be massive.
Yeah.
So now that goes to my next question.
I'm telling you.
Wait, you don't trust Sam Altman?
You're not solving world hunger. You're not doing any of that. You're trying to build robots for $7
they have an LLC under what's that LLC name where it's like a betterment for society or something.
Oh, that's what they label it as?
That's what they label their company as.
No, because they were nonprofit for a little bit, weren't they?
They switched.
Then they switched.
They are very profitable.
Yes. So that's my question.
All right.
Is AI this massive pseudo bubble? Like, is it a bubble that's going to burst? Or is it the gold rush? Is it the new oil? Is it the new big thing? Is it the new internet? Is it the new internet?
You know, that's a great question.
Yeah.
And I for sure don't have all the answers. And I don't like to speak as somebody who does. But wasn't there a .com bubble a while back?
And it popped. Yep.
But the internet was still a game changer.
Of course.
You see what I'm saying?
Of course.
So, one of my economics teacher, I don't remember many of my teachers, but a few of them always touch me in a...
Pause.
That's called alley-oop.
Yeah, exactly.
So some of them reach you in a way where it's like it sticks with they change your mindset and your paradigms. So he would come to us and ask us this question, like, okay, the government is levying taxes and tariffs and blah 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 blah. Is this a good thing or is this a bad thing? And some smart person would be like, oh, it's good because of blah 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 blah. Another person would be like, it's bad because of blah 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 blah. And he'd be like, you're both wrong. The answer is, it depends. He'll come back the next day, do the same trick. Next week, do the same trick. Until we got it, the answer is always, it depends.
Wow.
So the AI thing, it truly depends, right? It's real though. It's real AF. In the same way the internet, is real. You know, internet changed the entire game. AI is 100% doing that. How things are going to look in 5 years, 10 years is going to be so. AI is going to be the foundation of a lot of things.
Really?
But at the same time, it's like, what are you trying to invest in? You're just trying to invest in a random company that is taking a chat GPT,
And what do you call it?
Just customizing it.
What are you calling that? No, you called it something where
Like
they
a
basically
rapper?
a rapper,
A
exactly. A lot of things are just
Exactly.
rappers
Right.
of ChatGPT.
So if that's all you're
Everything's a
investing
rapper now.
Yes.
if that's all you're investing in and that's what you think is the scope of what can be done,
You could be
your ass,
clipped any
basically.
day.
exactly.
You could be clipped any
And
day.
Someone else could just.
Exactly. Then you become obsolete.
Or they can just use ChatGPT specifically. and just do it.
Exactly.
So another thing as well is when it comes to work, right? Oh, AI is going to replace people. I don't think it's going to replace people, but you have to learn how to partner with AI.
Yes. I don't understand why people don't do that.
Don't run
That's
from
like
it.
obvious,
Don't
right?
run from it.
A data engineer that has what is it called? A data engineer, software developer, data analyst that is extremely skilled and is like great, right? That person versus somebody who is maybe slightly less skilled but understands how to use AI. That person on the right will always have.
I would
the
hire that
advantage.
person.
So
You always have the advantage.
I'd hire that
You
person.
are not the first person I've heard that come from. Because I heard where people who really, really love coding and really enjoy the thrill of writing algorithms, they hate AI. They can't stand it. Like, some people can't stand it. I won't speak for all.
Yeah.
But they just can't stand it, and they're not learning it.
Some people think it's an art coding. Like, some people really love that
Yeah,
stuff.
which is fine.
It's fine,
But shoot,
yeah.
I really love AI.
No, I think the biggest thing is there has to be balance with it, right? Because when you're making code, it's just like we talked about the T app.
Yes.
If you make code that is shoddy and you go public, you're not going to be able to carry weight.
Yes.
Plain and simple. Stuff like that will happen.
The holes will come out. You'll see the holes.
It's just going to. So
API keys will.
Right, and the GitHub.
You already put it in the GitHub.
Hey, I got an email talking about your API keys
Has been exposed. Yeah.
I said everything is private.
Yeah, literally.
Bro,
all my stuff is always private. So it's that kind of stuff where you just have to know how to use it. You have to know how to use it. It's like, I don't even know how else to say it. You got to know how to use it.
Yes. Okay, so but now, we just said the barrier of entry is a lot lower now. Before, it was, coding was like a language. Only if you don't get it, you don't get it. If you don't get it, forget about it. Forget about it. So now, everybody now speaks that language. It's like a Rosetta Stone. Before, we didn't know how to communicate.
Well, I don't think everyone speaks it. I feel like a lot of people understand that it is a language, but not a lot of people are creating. Not a lot of people are actually speaking
because
the
a lot of times there was that barrier for entry.
Yes.
But now the barrier for entry, it doesn't exist. The lovables, you name it.
I would still say, right, the difference between somebody who knows no code versus somebody who, I feel you have to have some knowledge of coding. Because, okay, I'll give you something that happens, right? You know, these AI, they always hallucinate. Right?
Yes. And that's a real word. That's a real word.
It's a real thing.
Hallucinating.
So
explain that. What is that?
So basically, you give the AI a piece of document, and then you ask it a question. It might just mess around and give you a wrong number that has nothing to do with the document. You know, that happened. There was one time I sent it a PDF. I'm like, hey, can you summarize this and give me an outline?
Google Gemini.
And it just started making stuff up. Look, I be getting mad with that.
It makes stuff. That's the other thing. It makes stuff up.
I'm telling you. And then I'll just be like, hey, where did you get this information from? You're going to tell me that I put this in a document. And then it always gives you that same type. Oh, you're right.
You're right. Yeah.
GPT does that all the time.
Yeah, they'll say
I'm
you're
like,
right.
are you trying to gaslight me, bro?
Yes.
You just gave me wrong information, dead ass. Look me in my face
And said,
explain it too.
And then it said, oh, my bad.
And then you'd be like, oh, you're
That
right.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, I guess when you put it that way, I'm on bullshit.
Exactly.
So
that's what chat does.
Exactly. So I think what is it called? You still have to learn how to
engineering.
How to prompt engineer. That's a big one. That's a big
That
one.
was going to be huge. And
It's
at
huge.
the beginning, I was like, bruh,
This is easy. Anybody can do this. Yeah.
But then I watched a prompt engineering course, and I was like, oh shoot, there's levels to this.
No, exactly.
Bro,
like
I'm gonna have to look into that.
Before, what I would try to do is I would have an idea, and this was all part of my learning process. And I would just try to say, hey, I have this idea, make the app that can do X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z. And it's like, sure, it's gonna build something, but then you click on a button and it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. And then one thing it does is like, if you're like, there's a problem, it'll be like, oh yeah, here's solution A. I'm like, it's still a problem. It's like, here's solution B. I'm like, hey, it's still a problem. It'll flip back and just go, here's solution A. And it'll just keep jumping back and forth.
Yes.
And it's not free.
No.
It ain't free.
AI is not free,
Yep,
bro.
go ahead.
AI is not free.
Tell them about Claude.
Bro, my friend, I'm learning.
He's hot.
Too, right? Bro, this is a real issue. Because at first, I talked to my friend, and he came on the pod. His name was Welding. The last one came on the pod.
Oh, yeah, I remember him.
What? How much? 3,000.
Yeah, he said he spends as much as he spends on his rent, and he lives in one of the high rises in Minneapolis. He says he spends almost that a month on subscriptions for AI.
I believe my brother.
Yeah,
It's crazy because there's levels to it.
Bro,
You think it's just ChatGPT $20 a month? There's so many different
Exactly. Even
ones.
ChatGPT has the $200 version.
Yep.
So that's the thing about it. So for me, when I first started, I'll just be like vague. I'm like, oh, blah, 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 blah. But now, and this is why I said it even takes me 18 days to make a full-fledged app. Because I'm really sitting with it, right? I'm breaking down, okay, this is the full feature set. And then I'm breaking down, okay, what are the edge cases that I'm not even thinking of? I'm like, okay, where can things break down? And then I build feature by feature. I make it modular. Like most of the work that I do is the setup.
Bro,
It's the setup.
Because if you don't plan, in the beginning, I
Yes.
promise you'll be plenty with AI. That's what's gonna cost you all of your money.
Yep. Because every prompt, because if when you use something like a Claude, right?
That's 4.5.
If you use
it's 3 right now.
Yeah, because if every
that's
little
40.
prompt you press, every little question you ask it, it's like cents. And you have like a bank, and it's taking every question you ask, it's taking from that bank until it's empty. And once it's empty, you have to replenish and pay more for each prompt.
$1.
Oh Lord, it could get to that,
bro. You see, that's what's so
like
messed
Anthropic,
up.
those guys.
That's what's
I'm sure
so
they
messed
charge
up
like
because how dependent we're getting on it.
Yeah.
If
Speak
they
on
said,
that.
hey,
Speak on
every
that.
single thing you send is going to be $5.
Yeah.
People are going to be so dependent. Just going to be like, hey, here's my social security number. Here's my car.
Yes.
Here's the deed to my house. Because people will have no choice at that point. So,
because once upon a time, chat was free.
Chat was free.
Not too long ago.
It was though, but she was free.
I'm telling you, like even a year ago, chat was like free, right? And now the free version is so bad that if you use just 5 prompts, especially ones with pictures, you're done.
You're done. I had to pay
You're done for the day. Yep, you're done for the day.
wow, I didn't even know that.
Yep. Now I know because I used to have the paid one, then I got rid of it, and now I'm like I get 5 prompts a day. Yep.
And then
it's bad.
And the problem with AI is it's not smart enough. At least some, especially like ChatGPT. I think
Gemini.
Yeah, Gemini is a little smarter, but it's just like it's by chat, and the memory on chat is super. They give you fixed if it's free, and then you get a little bit more. But the most important things for your AI to not hallucinate is memory.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't know if you do this whenever you are creating your websites or your apps or whatnot, but something that I need to go back into doing is every time that AI does something that I accept, I need it to add
Write it
on
down.
to a page that it has for itself that it continuously refers to, so that it knows what it has done and it knows what it is doing and it knows what hopefully it will do in the future.
As the saying goes, context is king.
Yeah.
And I think 100%. You have to have like a, what is it called, document where it's just literally what you said. Everything that it's doing, it should be referring to that document.
That MB file.
Like sometimes, let's say the app is supposed to have like 4 features, right? Before I'll be working, I'd be like, okay, I've done the first feature. What else is next? It's just gonna give me like 10 random things, and I'm like, are we working on the same thing, cause? What's your problem? So now I have to put all of the features in a document and be like, hey, reference this thing only.
Yes,
And then it does
only.
The other thing I even learned with that is that I have to tell it when it keeps hallucinating and it's starting to piss me off. I gotta go for real. I gotta tell it, hey yo, stop trying to fix the problem. Research the problem.
Yes.
And then with the research, after you get done researching, create a to-do list and don't start jumping from one to-do list to another. After you get one done, you do a paper on that one, and then you refer to that when you're working on the second one. And then you do the same thing on the second one, and then you refer to the 2 when you're on the third one.
I think that's the key. It's not as intelligent as they make it seem. It can do a lot. Actually.
It can do a lot.
It's incredible, but the most it can be right now is a partner.
Yeah.
It has to hold you have to hold their hand like a small child. It's like you're a senior developer hiring like an intern, and then you just gotta watch them like, no, do this. So.
And this is the thing too. A lot of people are like, oh, entry-level software engineers, their jobs are cooked. You have to think about. Like I said, I'm only a baby in the job industry. A lot of these C-suites, these executives, they don't want to do anything.
They're not doing this.
They're not putting anything in the chat. They would rather pay somebody to put something in the chat. Right. So a lot of you entry-level people that are afraid that like, oh, I'm cooked. No, they might hire less of you, but the C-suites are not using chat.
Let me tell you this: the C-suites are using chat.
How?
They're using chat.
Through you?
No, they're using chat because they'll say, oh, this person gonna use chat, but I'm also gonna use chat, and then whatever chat gives me, I'm gonna go tell this person to go work on this.
Their ideas and stuff,
coming from
definitely running through chat.
Let's put
not the work itself.
Exactly.
The work itself is bad.
Now let's put on.
For real though?
I'm telling you. Let's put on our metal cone hat right now, and let's go really dystopian.
Okay.
So what happens, right? Once we go maybe 20, 50 years into the future, where everything is reliant on AI, right? Where we don't even know how to tie our own shoes without asking chat. We don't, like, where does it become a point, and what do you think we should do once really everything is now filtered through chat? Like, chat, what is this? Like, what do you do then?
So I think that version of humanity will be optimized.
Right? You think it's actually a good thing?
It depends on who's using it.
Right? But I think humanity will figure out a way.
Yeah.
There was this conversation me and my coworkers were having today, that they're doing studies now that people are being recognized by their accent by social media.
Really?
So there's like a accent or a linguistic effect that comes from Instagram users. So just imagine that world when it's not like, oh, this person is from Maryland, so they talk like this. This person is from New York, so they always say, hey, what up, B?
Yeah,
hey,
what up, B?
son?
Yeah, what's up, my heart?
I actually do recognize that a lot
You
more.
see what I'm saying? So now it's not going to be by geographic location anymore. It's going to be like, oh,
That individual.
I'm an Instagram person, and most of my people speak with this accent. You know, nobody teaches a baby what accent to use. The baby just picks it up from whatever is closest.
Yes.
So in that point, you're going to be surrounded by so many different things. So this is just that idea that future world is going to be different. It's going to be like its own set of rules. If you think about it, we are in our own set of rules right
with
now.
the Instagram, I mean, with the internet.
With the internet,
Yeah,
this is a completely
that's true.
different set. There was a time when you had to remember every single phone number you
Yes,
needed.
address book.
You see, I'll give you a perfect example of why it's just like a moving scale, right? Our parents would be like, oh, back in my day, I used to remember 10 phone numbers.
Yeah.
You, what phone numbers do you
know?
Okay, wait, first of all, time out. Not my parents,
Yeah.
right?
A lot of parents.
A lot of
parents.
the older generation.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Because my mom, she's actually getting pretty good with the internet.
Oh, wow.
God bless her. But they will say, oh, we used to remember all these phone numbers. You people don't even remember anything in your head
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
But think about passwords. You remember your passwords.
Of course.
And they probably have a hard
don't. That's
You
true.
saw
That's a good point. That's actually a good point.
What's my password?
What's my password? Yeah, I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
It wasn't there when you said it, bro.
Exactly.
So it's like that space that they were using for phone numbers, we just use it for passwords. And in the future, when we're going to be using facial recognition and we don't need passwords, we're going to use it for some Bitcoin wallet encryption key. And that's
Damn near $20,000.
I'm telling you.
Right now.
The point is,
I didn't come to talk about bad news. Let's not go into that. I don't want to.
Dip though.
bro,
Exactly.
buy the dip. Buy the dip. That's what they say.
I think at the end of the day, each society is going to have its own challenges.
Yeah.
How the human social life is going to look at that point is going to be different.
It's
telling you, it's
Pandora's
gonna be
box. It's already open. You can't close
Exactly.
it.
We're
And
going
now
there.
that China and these other countries have it, they're
can't
just going to
close it.
continue to use it.
But we were having this conversation.
And we have to be
You were
competitive.
Like, man, Ebenezer was like, we need regulations on this and that. I said, regulations? China don't got no regulations. Bro, Kim Jong-un just made suicide illegal.
I heard something like that, yeah.
Anybody who tries to commit suicide and it doesn't
It's getting
work,
killed.
is
We're
getting
going to kill you.
Yes,
Bro,
crazy.
What?
That
Bro.
man is nuts, bro. That man is nuts, bro.
Wait, he understands. Wait.
No, he doesn't understand. He doesn't understand.
He doesn't understand. Kim Jong-un, even the books there are about him. The movies there are all him. The guy created like his own fantasy world.
Lord, thank you.
How you going to threaten me with a good time?
I'm telling you.
What are you
I'm telling
talking
you.
about?
But
That's
I
crazy.
think- I had a question and I forgot it. Dang.
No, you're good.
Remember me and Ebenezer? So me and Ebenezer have talked a lot. So we make a lot of references. Ebenezer was not with the pandemic, the virtual world. But I told Ebenezer, hold on, wait, Ebenezer, wait. This might not blow the way people think it is, but I knew it was gonna blow. I didn't think it was gonna blow with this. But I'm creating crazy things, bro.
With the AI, I'm telling
I just
you.
knew that was, I would say that was the start when Meta came out with like virtual reality.
Virtual reality,
Already
yes.
doing those things. I think that was the beginning of people actually noticing that this could actually be possible.
Yeah.
Because it has been here since 2010.
Yeah, it's been here for a while.
Sure.
It's just now more commercial.
Yeah, it's just super accessible now, and then but I always wonder though, if it's this accessible to us and we can do this stuff,
what do they have?
people who've been using it for
What
10
do they
years,
have? Yes, that's a
the
great
government
question.
agencies that
What
have
do
done
they
this
have?
for like 10 years. So
Because we only get it when it's
after
ready.
they already played with it. They already
Exactly. And then the other thing too is that it's become such a buzzword. Like when I first was buying my TV, I saw a TV that said AI TV. What does that even mean?
Bro, it's so
What does that
dumb.
even mean?
They sanitize the
It's just like organic. They just slap it on top. It's just like a buzzword now. Like now with AI powered this, AI
gaming.
and the AI power is literally like a chatbot.
Oh, did you know this is actually AI powered water?
Water, exactly.
Because when I move it, you see it moves dynamically.
That's what I'm telling you. It's now just like a buzzword. Like if you're not toting AI, you're behind. You're behind.
Yeah.
So now I wanted to ask you, right? Going from there, right? You've been really successful with work, your 9-to-5 jobs, your entrepreneurships, but now where is the intersection between faith and wealth? Because the Bible says it's easier for a poor man to get into heaven than, or like it's harder for a poor man to get into heaven, right, than for a camel to go through the eye of a needle, right? That just shows that. Okay,
It's easier for
a rich man to get into
heaven. Yes. So now, where is the intersection between wealth and faith? Do you feel like, okay, is it okay to want to be wealthy? Like, is it okay to be rich? Like, where's the intersection between faith and wealth?
I think that's a great question, because there's some sect or group of people who almost demonize wealth.
Yeah.
And the gospel is free, but moving the gospel ain't free.
Costs a lot of money, I promise you
The
that.
church
telling
pays
you.
bills.
Yes.
To go into missionary, we need money.
Yes.
So I think, right? No, God always says stuff like, what is it called? The cattle on 1,000 hills is mine. Right? He's the one that owns everything. Okay. Jesus, right? Okay. We don't know his exact financial status.
Of course.
But as Jesus is, as he was on earth, that's how we should be. So they came to Jesus. Peter came and said, oh, we need money for taxes, blah, 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 blah. And Jesus was like, okay. Go to the river. Go pick up a fish. Open the mouth of the fish and grab a gold coin from it.
Strictly.
In real life.
What?
So that should be our position of our money.
Wow.
Money should be at our command, and we should be able to have it abundantly for the things we need, because we're children of God. We're supposed to be taken care of. We're even supposed to be lending a hand to other people. We're supposed to use money as a bridge to non-believers, like cook food for people every Sunday.
Takes money.
We should provide housing, shelter, all of those, because that's how God even commanded the Israelites to live, right? Like when these strangers come into your country, take them, house them, feed them. So the body of Christ should be in a position to do that, and I don't know how else you're going to do that without money. So, now, should you care more about money than God?
Yeah. I think it says the love of money is the sin.
The love of money, not money itself. Exactly. So, and it's like you can replace money with literally anything else. The love of food.
Oh, it can get you in trouble.
Do you see what I'm saying? The love of playing video games.
Yes.
But we know how hard we work. You know you got to schedule time to play games.
Yes.
So you don't crash out, so you don't burn out.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So I think, what is it called? It's definitely the believer's position to be wealthy, because he says you will lend unto nations. How can you lend unto nations if you can't pay your own bills?
They are the one getting.
Yeah, you need the lending.
Yeah, we're supposed to be lending unto nations. So how can we lend unto nations if we're not, we're not in a position to help our own selves? So I believe for sure we're like we're the shining example. We're the ones the world looks onto. There's a world out there that is indebted to mammon. because they feel like money is the only thing. Though we should be able to show them like, hey, that thing that you're looking for, even in Christ you can find it.
You can find it.
So yeah.
I do have something interesting that came up this week. Online there was a lady, she went on her laptop, she put the sound of a baby crying, and then she called up a bunch of churches and said that, did you see that? She said she has a 2-month-old baby, and she's calling these different churches to see if they can donate her some food or give her something so that she can go buy baby formula for her baby. She has the baby noise going in the back, and she calls all these different types of churches. All of them say they don't got it. We don't really do that here. Let me check, and then they'll check and they'll say we don't have it. So I wanted to ask, okay, when it comes to that, I don't know if it's really being displayed in real life. And then on top of that, why or how do you feel about churches having so much wealth as well? You said you saw it?
I saw it.
I want to hear your take on it.
Yeah. So at first I saw it and my heart was broken. I was like, dang, like you're putting a bad name out there for churches and you're trying to play churches. And I heard someone talk on it and it's just like, you try to play churches and then you feel like you got played because they didn't give you, right? And I think the Spirit of the Lord flows. And when there's a difference between, and like you said, like the Lord says, give. Like when you give onto your neighbor, like it's as if you're giving out to him, right? Yeah. But it's like, if I own a church and the people in my congregation are needing things that we still cannot provide yet for them because the money isn't there or the things aren't there, how can I feel comfortable getting a call
like
for a baby?
Right.
The best thing I could do is pray. Shoot, I would have said, hey, let me pray.
I don't know how many of them actually did that, though. I don't think they actually prayed for her. I think they just said, we don't got it.
But no, this is the part I'll say. I don't trust nothing I see on social media. Right? So I'm not even, there's definitely 100 churches who call and they'll be like, we ain't got nothing for you.
Yep, exactly.
Hang up for sure. But we don't know if she called 100 churches.
Yeah.
80 actually gave, and then the 20 who didn't give is what she put online.
That's true.
Right? And you got to call 100 churches. Research. You gotta get paid. Nonprofit. Like,
whatever gets the clicks. You know what I'm
That's true.
Whatever gets
she
the
might
clicks.
have actually gotten something, but she didn't. That's true. I didn't think about that.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
so
a good
there's
point.
that angle. Secondly, there should be some level of discernment if somebody is calling to like deceive you and is just trying to get something out of you just for show. To me, pause. Now when we're talking about the church stuff, no, it doesn't count.
It doesn't count.
There should be a level of discernment where it's like, this person is just calling for show. This person, to me, anything that's been done for show, I just don't. I find it takes a lot for me to trust it. You see somebody on, I'm giving food out to people. And with cameras. Like to me, it's
that's true.
It can be good. Good can come from it. It can encourage other people to do so.
We've seen the good with like people donating to that person.
To that person that can buy a house. They can do a lot of stuff.
Do it in weird ways.
They do.
Look at me.
Yeah, look at me. Yeah.
Look at me. I just give my homeless guy, make it rain.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
But they do it with alcohol too.
Oh, I saw that. That's crazy.
I did not see this one.
That's crazy. There was a guy where he was going and he was doing like the exact opposite of what most people do. Instead of giving out meals and food, he was giving out cigarettes, alcohol, like the shot glasses.
Okay,
the works.
That's interesting.
It was wild.
That's an interesting one.
It was
wild. But yeah, so I think there's that. But at the end of the day, I do believe it. There's some churches who just, maybe just don't care.
Yeah.
There's going to be some churches that just don't have it. So, it is.
It is what
it is at that point.
I like that. I need baby formula too.
I do. You know what it is though? I think a lot of it too is that people were really posting and like reposting that because it was already affirming what they believed in their heart.
Exactly.
They want anything that affirms your belief, you're gonna be like, oh, I told you, right?
Exactly.
Because it affirms what you believe. Yeah. If she had posted that video and all of them had said yes, I bet you that video doesn't become viral. No. It doesn't get traction.
Or it's gonna be the the older population on Facebook saying, "Oh, church heart emoji, heart." It's going to be a different audience that will then push it.
Exactly.
So it's just like what you said. It's like a bias thing. This is what I was looking for, and this confirms it. I'm gonna resonate.
And social media in general, we live in these echo chambers where you feel like, oh, everybody believes the same thing you believe until you actually step outside.
That's a good word.
Until you actually step outside.
People, I truly believe that you should be able to have a conversation with someone that believes in something totally opposite than you do.
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
100%. I actually do that sometimes. I'll go on some social media and people talk about, oh, I hate Christianity. I don't want to blah, blah, blah. I don't believe in God anymore, that kind of stuff. And I'd be like, I think that's an interesting perspective, because there was a time I didn't believe in God. So tell me more about yourself. And not to judge, not to condemn, not to be like, you are going to hellfire. It's like just being there, just to say, hey, I might be a Christian, but I'm not coming to like condemn you. I just want to understand you. And I think those things builds more bridges. Builds more bridges than we realize. You know, just being a listening ear. So,
bro, what is it? It's 1 Peter 3:15. It just states how. Be prepared for the always be prepared to defend your faith. But people miss part B of that verse. But do it with gentleness and kindness.
Ah, that's a word. That's a word.
He's in the spirit.
I'm telling you, that's a word.
Hey, Nick Barrow, you want to say the spirit?
It's a lot of
that's a word.
Turn that knowledge into wisdom.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. That's a good word.
One of our
right
ministries, that's what they literally just sent to us like this week. Like, hey, we're coming to a place in this world where you need to prepare yourself. You need to prepare your own faith, understand it enough so that you can have conversations with people outside. It doesn't have to be, oh, we are doing evangelism, oh, everybody let's go.
Everybody let's go.
You can just be sitting down. You can just be sitting down and somebody's like, you know, they fall and they're injured, you're playing basketball or something, you can say, can I say a prayer for you? Regardless of how it goes. Just extending love and care is enough to plant a seed of Christ in them. And then you can just have a conversation about, oh, this is what, they might not even say, oh, I want to convert right now, but why the hell do you believe you can pray and I'm going to be healed? And you can just say, oh, XYZ, XYZ, XYZ. We have to be in that state, get into that state from now, because this coming year, that scripture you just mentioned, that's like the theme for this coming year. You have to be prepared.
But on the flip side, the people who like those videos, they are sick. And I'm part of this group a little bit. I'm sick of the thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers. Because a lot of time, first of all, people really don't be praying. They say thoughts and prayers, and they really don't pray. And so
I'll pray for you.
So we have crazy things that happen like this year. All the school shootings, the plane crashes, all of it has been from the Christian community, thoughts and prayers. But has there actually been tangible works?
But I understand what you're saying, and I do think there is an importance in thoughts and prayers. But I do think there should also be more action that goes into it.
I agree.
But like we stated, if you're not out there seeking information, then you won't find it.
Because there might be works being done, you just don't know about it. That's true.
So I had, because you know the nonprofit, my parents. I had, some of the guys on the team, they need community hours. So I'm like, boom, I need you to do research. Come get your community hours. And I have them researching about therapy and like why students in college don't go to therapy. And then they did their research, and then I realized there's so much free therapy in the cities in Minneapolis, St. Paul and whatnot. Like, if you don't know, and if you're not actively looking for what people are, because we don't know what the people at that Catholic church, what happened with them, like how the community has came together and helped them and built them.
That's true.
Way more than just, not simple, but more than just thoughts and prayers in someone's bedroom.
No, it's like the saying goes, bad news travels faster than good news. You see what I'm saying? So the good things that are being done, it's not always in the forefront, right?
Of course.
We probably saw the post, but we just scroll past it like, this is not entertaining. That's what I'm saying. So on a second note, I also have a nonprofit. And I'm curious, we can take this offline, about those people who need like community hours and stuff. We've been trying to do a program along those lines. So
let me know. A lot of guys, because on the football team, they need to take a specific class, and that specific class makes you do 40 hours of community service. So it's
No, we got work for them for sure.
Hey, we got work for them. We got work for. Wait, so now, right? We talked about money.
Yeah.
We talked about faith, but now me and Hope are in a special season right now.
Special.
Right? He's a little further.
Oh, I know the season.
Yeah, he knows.
He's season with Maggie.
Exactly.
And
Hope is further along than I am, right?
Oh, congrats.
He's engaged. He's gonna get married next year. Next year. He got a date. It's set.
Wow.
Right?
When is this date? March 5th?
March 5th.
Is it going to be in Minnesota?
Minnesota. So now,
God's grace,
for
we'll be
somebody who's been married, what now, 2 years?
Like 2 years and a few months.
2 years, right? So, since you've been married for 2 years, what's like some experiences you've experienced in marriage that you're like, oh, wait, I kind of wish I knew this before I got into the marriage? And then also some things that you were thinking of or thought, because your marriage experience was very unique. His marriage experience is unique.
Yeah,
Everybody's is unique, it's different to themselves.
Yeah.
So what was that journey to marriage like? And then what did you learn in marriage that you feel like, okay, I wish I knew this before I got married?
So I would say the biggest thing is preparation. You just talked about it with that scripture. It's literally preparation, because there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that might be intuitive, and you'd be like, oh, in my human relationships, I just know how to handle myself. But when you're going into this, there's a level of intentionality that can't be matched. It's like, let's say you play basketball at LA Fitness, right? You show up, you know, you can be intentional and you can play and, you know, take things serious. But if you're on the NBA, you can't take no plays off.
Exactly.
If you're in the playoffs,
that's your food. Hey,
scary time.
I'm telling you.
No.
I'm telling you.
Bro.
Allegedly.
They getting caught up. Allegedly. Yeah, exactly. Allegedly.
I've seen folks get sued.
Oh, really? Allegedly.
I'm not gonna lie. He's on my 2K. I play.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And there's a certain player that I'm trying to kick off my team in 2K.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, he might be selling.
Oh.
He might be selling.
Yikes.
Anyways, so I think the biggest thing is just that level of intentionality and communication, right? Another thing would be self-awareness, knowing yourself. You know thyself and all that type of stuff. Just to know, like, when you're being on BS, you should know. Right? You know.
So what do you do when you know? Cause
It's hard to convict. It's hard to convict yourself sometimes because you want to justify what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, because as soon as he got married too, he was like, okay, before I used to like go to Chipotle and just get a Chipotle.
See, that's gonna be
now he comes home, he's like, dang, there's another person. I should have got Chipotle for her. And if you don't,
whole ass human being,
I'm telling you, and if you don't, it's a problem. Because now, why you not thinking of her? Exactly. Now you selfish.
Exactly.
So now that intentionality, thinking about how do you handle that? We're working.
You learned it.
I'm telling you, you just have to learn.
Yeah.
And you grow with it.
Yeah.
But you have to be open-minded to say, I have to learn. You just have to be open-minded to say, okay, I'm going, and knowledge helps though. Taking classes, right? There's courses, there's things online, there's a wealth of information out there.
Yeah.
The more you get into that, I would even recommend with your fiance. Have you guys done any like premarital counseling?
So we're doing
I know
right
churches
now.
always make you do it. So that stuff that you're doing in there, it might look super mundane. It might look like, come on, man, we just got to do this to tick the boxes. But actually do it, and then once you're done, find something to do. But the biggest thing is what your relationship is like with this person. Just. As a guy, sometimes you're chasing, right? You're doing a bunch of stuff to chase to get somewhere.
Yeah.
And that can survive in a loop where she feels like, oh, I'm being chased, I'm being desired. This is good. As a man, you're like, yeah, son,
Yeah, exactly.
I'm coming after some, and you two are being satisfied. But then what happens when you both get it?
What then?
Then what happens? So you have to ensure, like, hey, this person, on a neutral day, there's snow, there's rain, there's sleet, there's sun, there's food in the house or there's no food. We're dressed for the gala or we're wearing shorts to go to the grocery store. What is it like just being with that person as a human being?
On the regular, yes.
On the most,
yes,
strip away every single possible thing, and just say on a neutral level, what is this thing like? If you find, hey, this person is reasonable enough that I can reason with this person, that's half of it. That's literally half of it.
So if you had to, since you've experienced it now for some time, how would you describe, like, if you had to kind of like describe marriage in like a sentence? Because I feel like a lot of people, maybe not a sentence, but like a lot of people my age, every time someone talks about marriage, the first thing they say is struggle, survival. Like they never make it sound happy. They never make it sound happy. They always make it sound like, oh, you're gonna have to struggle. You're gonna have to compromise. You're gonna have to sacrifice. You're gonna have to kill your flesh. Destroy your flesh. All that. And it's just like,
not killing. You gotta.
I'm just like, yo, what's going on? Y'all not making it sound good at all. So it's like, how would you describe marriage now that you've experienced it? And then what is your definition of love? What is your definition of love?
Goes back to episode 1.
It does. What is your definition of love when it comes to marriage specifically? Not godly love, not brotherly love. Love, like for an individual that you are married
to. That you're married to. No, that's a good question. Maybe I'll start with that because
go ahead.
That's what I remember most. I think love would be caring, being considerate, and putting somebody else's being even above yours, right? It's saying, okay, what is the best thing that this person needs to be who they need to be? Because for me, I love myself.
Of course.
And the difference between me loving myself now and before is that regardless of if I'm even following through with it or not, I know where I want to go and I know what I need to do to get there. The only thing that is left is just trying to follow that path day by day. So once you have those first two things defined, it makes life easy in a sense. Because even if you're okay, let's say both of you are trying to get into bodybuilding competition, and that's all that matters. Nothing else matters. You must look like Arnold.
Exactly.
At that point, you know, okay, this is what I look like. This is the plan of, I'm gonna eat this many calories every day. I'm gonna have this gym routine. So you wake up, even if one day you're like, man, I'm not going to the gym. Even if you miss out on a day out of weakness and tiredness of just humanity, the ideal is still the ideal. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So that's the same way with self-love. For me, at least, that's how I look at it. It's like, okay, the best version of, because if I choose to take a shortcut and I don't do certain things today, the me tomorrow is going to hate it. If I don't have $1 trillion by 2035, bro, I don't want to start punching people, wake up out the street and just start, what I'm saying? So I'm trying to do those things to put myself in that position where I know that I would love that, even if it might be difficult now. So if that's self-love to me, loving another person is that same thing, right? It's trying to put them and say, okay, what does this person need most to be the best version of themselves? And trying to, work with them in getting there. Now, in the context of marriage, you have to add other layers to it. There has to be affection. There has to be, all the emotional component of love as well. And that one comes down to just knowing your person, knowing what type of stuff they're into. Some ladies might like flowers. There's some women, you are buying me flowers. Why don't you give me the money? I'll go and buy flowers myself.
Some people don't like flowers.
So you see what I'm saying? So there's no one size fits all. It's just making sure you know this person enough to say, oh, this person likes XYZ, so I'm gonna do XYZ. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I'll consider loving somebody else.
I love that.
So, well, how do you then let them love you the same way? How do you let them love you?
You said a key word, right? You said let them. Because a person can show love to you and shower you with everything, and you can just choose to not accept it. It's very possible. Sometimes it's because you know, they say love languages. I believe life is slightly more complex than that. It's more nuanced than that. But that's a pretty good framework. Because if you, for example, right, I'll give you a perfect example. Okay, no, let's say you like X. You like X. No, that sounds like I'm saying you like your ex.
Like you like time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You value time, right? But then the other person, their idea of giving love is, I want to spend all of the time with you. We're going to go hiking. Yeah. We're going to go up to the moon. We're going to
You know that one.
Not going.
You see what I'm saying? No. So the person who's like, I just want time to go, just play video games for don't play for 3 hours. There's nothing wrong with you.
Yeah,
but I want to have like 1 hour to like meditate. If that's what means something to you, and then another person is like, I love you so much, I just want to spend time with you. You can see there's conflict there. So the first thing is you have to know thyself. That's a key word. You have to say, okay, this is what makes me tick, and this is what makes me not tick. This is what I like, and this is what I don't like.
Yeah.
Number 2 is you have to find a way to communicate it with clarity and assertiveness. Because sometimes you can be dilly-dallying, and everybody's guilty of this at some point.
It's like, I don't know, I'm not sure.
You know. Say it.
Exactly.
There's one slice of pizza left.
Do you want it or not?
Yeah, I want. No, it's no problem. But
You can have it. I'll ask you twice.
and then 2 hours later, somebody's giving you evil eyes.
Exactly.
So I think there is a space, you know, there's a space for generosity, right? There's some people you can have that kind of relationship with where the other person is always trying to give. So where it's like, no, you have it. And the other person, and you're always both just giving generously like that. But sometimes you have to be assertive and just be like, no, it's this and it's that. So, you know, you just got to know your person.
Yeah. And I think that really kills a lot of conversations that happens, because there's a lot of like battle of the sexes that happen on social media. Like just very recently today, I saw something that got me hot, but then I thought, and then it didn't get me hot no more. This girl said that she said that she called her brother. So where do you get your flowers from?
Bro, that pissed me
You
off.
saw that?
That low-key pissed me off.
Let me explain it. She called her brother.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I got you right.
She asked her brother, where do you get your flowers from? It's not from 1-800. Have you heard of 1-800-Flowers?
Yeah.
The website.
Yeah.
She was like, it's not from 1-800-Flowers, right? He's like, no, I don't get it from there no more. I have a florist.
Yeah.
I get it from a florist. So the girl was basically saying that if you get your flowers delivered to your girl or whatever from 1-800-Flowers.
You're a broke boy.
Yeah, not that you're a broke boy, that you're not intentional. It's not considerate. You're not thoughtful. So she was replying to all the comments talking about, oh yeah, that's for you. I would never do that. My boy needs to do a florist.
My bad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So for me, it got me hot for a second because I was like, 1-800-Flowers is fine.
It's expensive.
And it's expensive too, because if you get the flowers, the chocolates, the teddy bear, the delivery.
Even look on proximity.
Proximity.
Like, there might not be a florist.
Exactly. So it's like, they're still good quality flowers, right? So why do you need to get it from a specialty florist that's only...
Cut the thorn.
And florists are open for like maybe 3 hours.
Exactly.
They close at like 2 p.m.
mad early.
So it's like...
They be up at the price. They don't need to...
And they up in the price, exactly. So it's like, why does it matter where you get the flowers from if you're getting the flowers and they're good quality flowers? And I thought about you. And the reason it didn't make me hot anymore is because I just thought about what I always say on the pod. Don't date those types of people.
No.
That's literally what it is. Go date somebody who wants 1-800-Flowers. If that's not the girl, then that's not the girl for you. So it's like a lot of these conversations would be...
Stay away from that.
a lot of those conversations should be dead in the water because the answer is just don't date that person.
Yeah.
If you want a certain type of thing and that person is not willing to provide it, then that's not the person. Why are you trying to beat a dead horse?
People. Teach people like, hey, like, and I think this is the biggest thing I'm gonna have to learn in marriage is like I don't like facts don't really come that well to, like, not facts, but like if my girl says, oh, like I love these flowers, I don't remember that.
Like some of the details.
The details, yeah.
Like I need to be continuously reminded because daisies, roses.
They get hot when you do that.
Hey, find your phone, write down all that stuff. Oh,
You need like a notes app for her.
I'm telling.
Bro, I
Oh
was
no,
creating
I like purple. I like purple flowers that have gold tips and
Yeah.
hibiscus, and also mixed with tulips.
Remember that?
My grandma was my favorite person, and she
Exactly.
died on this date, and every day I bring flowers to her.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey Siri.
Yes,
So
that's smart.
that's the solution for that.
That's
to
a
be
solution.
honest.
Because you're not going to remember everything.
Exactly. Nobody
not
would.
gonna remember
Nobody
everything.
does. So
You're not going to remember everything. Man, thank you
Wait,
so
wait, 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 wait.
Oh,
I got one
yeah,
more.
go
I got
ahead.
one more.
One
So
more.
when we went from tech to faith to like social media in a sense,
Right.
can you explain what you are doing with when you create? Because creating is just one piece of the puzzle. You gotta market. You gotta get it out into people's hands. You gotta do all these things, and I'm learning all that right
SEO,
now.
all
What does
those
that,
stuff.
What does that look like?
Getting clients is the hardest part for anything.
As a great philosopher once said, ain't nobody got time for that. Who has time to be doing
calling, cold calls,
marketing
all
and
that.
you have to- It's tough because sometimes, unfortunately, I feel the administrative work stifles creativity.
Yes.
Can you
it
imagine
does.
if you had like an entire team to
It
just take care of
does.
all of that stuff? So I think it is what it is. There's a concept called bootstrapping, and we have to learn how to lead with that foot, especially with where we're at. Bootstrapping just means whatever project you're working on, nothing too fancy, nothing too crazy.
Simple.
You have to just put yourself into it super lean. When that first one hits, when you prove, what is it called, some level of validation, either in compensation or in people who would invest in you for the next one, then you will have more resources to then, you know what I'm saying, do more. Because you are going to need more resources to build something that goes far. You need all of those resources. So I think the biggest thing is just the first one, find a way to bootstrap. Find a way to just, get it how you live in. And then you can start doing other things like, trying to get funding, like YC investments and all of those stuff. But for now, I'm telling you, it's tough. I'm talking about this Fire app that I'm trying to, I'm literally like creating posts for and all of those things for this week. I have to do that, but then I have to do the same thing for music as well, right? I have to get social media posts. I have to get content. I have to do all of this stuff. And then I have to do that for like 3 other things. So, it's God that is helping us.
I'm telling
and
you.
get a virtual assistant when you can.
No, I have what's it called Tomo.
Have you heard of
that?
Tomo?
You ever
Who
heard
Tomo?
of Tomo?
Tomo?
Tell me about Tomo. Tomo's pretty cool.
Tomo, hey, Tomo is not my lawyer, but it's helped me a lot, especially with nonprofit. It helps.
Okay.
It writes emails for me. It finds people to email for me. I literally asked it a simple, hey, because my parents own an assisted living facility. So I asked it, hey, this is my parents' company. Is there any grants that, could fit into this? It found grants, emailed a couple people. Bro, some woman was just like, hey, yeah, this is the information. Literally are trying to get a grant.
1 second, sir.
No, so the
Tokini.com.
Tomo.ai.
Tomo. So the thing is that the cool thing about Tomo is that it's actually a text.
Yeah.
So
Messages.
you go into it responds to you via messages, like on your messages.
Okay.
So the way that you text me or you text anyone, you text Tomo. So it literally lives in your messages. It's not an app or like its own entity. It lives in your messages.
That's quite
so what you can have it do too is that you can give it eyes to see different things like your emails, your things like that. And the thing about it too is that it speaks colloquially. Like it'll say, "Oh, what's up, fam? What's going on?" Like it doesn't.
Hey, you haven't replied to me.
Yeah, what's going on, bro?
me, brother?
Exactly.
Stuff
It
like
speaks
that.
like colloquial
That's
language
funny. That's
that
funny.
a lot of like people.
Okay. Oh,
It's the quarters. It's the quarters. That's how I was thinking like that. So that's what I'm saying. So Tomo is cool because it has that like familiarity. It feels like you're texting a friend instead of like, oh, I'm trying to talk to a chatbot.
Yeah.
Right. I'll definitely use that. I've been experimenting with a few like AI assistants.
Yeah.
Like I usually have for most of last year. It was just before I traveled to like the whole Indonesia thing, like in the middle of the year that I stopped. But all through last year, I've always had like a virtual assistant. I've always,
wow.
I need this documentation. Help me put this together. Even social media, a real person But recently, I'm still going to continue with a real person. I don't think you can replace that. But I'm also going to experiment with some, some AI ones as well. Sure. I mean, ChatGPT is basically an assistant.
Yes,
it helps you with your productivity too. So,
okay. Final question. We try to do this every new person we get on here, right? So the last person, Weldon, left us with a question to ask you. Yes. So Weldon's question was, how has your upbringing or how your journey of life so far shaped who you are today?
What am I if not my journey?
I'm telling you.
I should have said that in Yoruba so it hits even harder.
I'm telling you.
We still need to,
Master you, boy.
Master you, boy, yeah.
I'm telling you.
No, for sure. Raised in church. Didn't care about the stuff. I was just going because my mom even became a pastor at some point.
Yep.
They used to drag me to every single service. Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday afternoon, Thursday. I was there every day. So I would know everything about the Bible, but I never really had any personal relationship. At some point, after I started college, I hit my glow up.
Wow.
And it was a very glowing glow up. If I show you the picture, you'll shout. So that was my first phase of flamboyantism. I'm still there by God's grace.
Oh, yes.
But
handsome man.
But from this point, I just went right field, left field. I just went out.
Oh, wow.
There was a point where I'm just thinking like, what if it's not this God thing? What if there's computers up there and we're just all a simulation? Like I've been there.
Yeah.
I've been there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I was there. Yeah. And life lifed. And life very, it's very solid life.
Wow.
And I was literally locked up in my room for 2 years.
Wow.
I didn't talk to nobody, no friends, no family. I dropped my job. I dropped school. Remember I said it was like 26 when I was working that job? Because I dropped out of school.
Oh, wow.
I dropped out of school. I dropped out of everything.
Wow.
And I just didn't care about life anymore.
Whoa.
Long story short, I think this was like in 2020. I started, quote unquote, coming back out of everything in like 2018. And like 2020, I just went for this program and I had like my first real encounter. So you know when the lights are completely off, but there's somebody else in the room and you can tell, right? I was praying, my eyes were closed, but for the first time I was just like, Jesus Christ, I know that you're here. I just knew that, there was a specific entity, and this entity was Jesus, and he was in that gathering, he was in that meeting. I just knew, I'm like, I know you're here, sir.
Wow.
I know you're here. And that was the first time where it then became this slow climb back. And even then, just because of what I was exposed to, my understanding of God was very religious based, very fear based. I feel like that's a popular brand of Christianity
in Nigeria, because it's the total opposite when we talk about American Christianity.
I'll show you this little thing real quick. You know how we sometimes are with like our parents and figures of authority. There's usually a lot of domination, fear, and respect factor.
Yes.
You have to double it all the way to the floor. You have to do all of these things. You
can't question anything.
You can't question anything. So the people of, how do I say it? The lighter skinned people, right? That they come home and they see their parents and they're like, hey James, what's
Bobby!
up? So do you notice that when our brand of Christianity wants to relate to God, it's like, oh God, God.
Yeah.
But when they're relating with God, they're like, my Father.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
So I feel there's a lot of in our doctrine where a lot of it is just cultural. We're taking our own personal understanding of life and just putting it on top of the Bible.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I was definitely there for a long time, but I think maybe a few years ago, 3 years ago, I got introduced to this ministry where it's like, it's different, right? It's more understanding just the basic core fundamental of the love of God. Understanding God from the love perspective. Not that we don't have any responsibility, or sometimes people take that and that just mean, I can do whatever I want. I just finished smoking my cigar, so now I want to go inside church. It's not that.
Yeah.
But it's just that idea of, okay, this is an analogy I'll use, right? You have a baby, a child. you take the baby to daycare. The baby poops. Like he shitted. Green poop. The whole staff were like, When you come through and you're looking at your kid through the mirror, are you gonna be like, that kid pooped himself? Yeah. I'm taking my last name from this kid. You wouldn't do that, right?
Wouldn't do that.
So we wouldn't expect that from human parents. But we expect that from God. You see what I'm saying? God says, if your earthly parents gives you bread and gives you fish and doesn't give you snake, even more. So we're saying that we are better fathers than God is a father to us. We feel like we're nicer and we're more generous in love than God is. Yeah. So just those things of understanding who God is, even understanding like there's no separation. Me being a Christian is not like, oh, when I go to church on Sunday and then the rest of the week I'm like, a normal person. Or I have a quote unquote secular job. If I'm a Christian, I'm supposed to make godly impact at work. Yeah. Right? Daniel made impact so that the king of that land was like, I'm going to worship your God. We're supposed to have a spirit of excellence because we're supposed to have the fruit of the Spirit. That someone should look at you and be like, this kid is different. I want to promote him. People should be looking at you and say, why are you this way, bro? Like, how are you so good at all this stuff? And you're going to be like, God did. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be so promoted, so favored. And people are like, how come? And you're like, God did. So you're going to work, you going to the gym, you going to any place. It's not a different experience from church. You're still, And the last thing I would say is, all these things we're doing as entrepreneurs, right? You and you doing this podcast, you had an idea in mind. Work came and you birthed the finished product. That is being a creator. If it was for a car, I have a car idea and I go and I think and I'm like, and it should be able to run on mango juice because petroleum is not good for the environment. And I have the idea, a bunch of things happen and I birth it. I am also a creator. All of us are creators. The original creator, God. He said, before you were formed, I knew you. So that means before now, like even outside of time, God was just chilling like, okay, I need people in 2025 because this information is going to be so terrible. I need quality people that have my spirit who can relate to the normal man of the society, not in a and today Bible reading is going to, not that there's anything wrong with it whatsoever,
yes, of course.
But there's an audience that this is going to speak to. You see what I'm saying? There's an audience that this is made for. And God is like, because of social media is going to be polluted with girls twerking and all of these things, I want other stuff too. And he's like, I'm going to make these kids way before time. And he said, I'm going to make them, and all of the process, all your great that had to meet and do all of those things for you to be born now with the skill set and the knowledge you have now to be able to output this now. All of that was from before. So that's the exact same thing. So for me, if I'm doing music and I think of a song and it comes out, I think of an app, it comes out, I go to work and I pray for somebody, all of those things is not different from being in church. So I think all of that background of starting with church, going out, coming back in, and then really coming into greater knowledge of God, that it's not that it shaped me. That's who I am.
That's who you are.
That's who I am.
That's who you are. Whoa! Come give it up for Femi. Femi.
Okay.
Man, Femi, thank you so much for coming on the pod. We appreciate you. We love you. Thank y'all for listening to it.
I was asking for next guest.
Thank you. That's why we have two of us.
You should have let me escape.
That's why we have two of us. So Femi,
I'm trying to think.
We need you to think of a question to ask our next person. I think we got Elon this week.
Elon this week. Mr. 1 trillion.
We got Elon this week.
If he spent $1 million every month, it would take him about 8,000 years to finish that money.
To finish that money?
$1 trillion.
He gonna find a way.
8,000.
He's gonna find a way.
Jesus.
He's gonna find a way. I feel like that, but in order for him to even get that trillion, he has to do so much to get it. But I think it's possible though. He gonna get that.
If Elon is here, ask him what stocks does he want me to invest in?
No,
I'm trying to get out.
Honestly, you know what I mean? Give us your question, sir.
Okay, I didn't come prepared for a question.
No worries.
But a good question would be, I don't know, what is that person's values, right? Like in terms of life, some things are important. Like money's a big one. Can we agree?
Of course. I like some money.
But outside of money, or even higher than money, what do you value?
I like that. Thank you guys so much for listening to another episode of Whole Lotta Podcast. We love and appreciate you. This has been your host, Ebenezer Ojo. We'll catch y'all next time. Peace. Ooh, that's a wrap.